The 1985 to 1986 NBA season was the 40th season of the National Basketball Association. The season began October 25th, 1985 and ended on April 13th, 1986. The Kings relocate from Kansas City, Missouri to Sacramento, California. New Jersey Nets guard Michael Ray Richardson was banned for life by the NBA for his third violation of the league's anti-drug policy. This season marks the first time the NBA hands out a Most Improved Player award at the end of a season. The number one draft pick was Patrick Ewing, selected by the New York Knicks. Spot World, welcome to NBA Rap. Those are some quick facts about the season. Help this number get up by leaving a like, hitting that sub if you're new. Let's get to the team records. Leading the league in the East were the Boston Celtics with a 67-win, 15-loss record, followed by the Milwaukee Bucks, 57-25, Philadelphia 76ers, 54-28, Atlanta Hawks, 50-32, Detroit Pistons, 46-36, Washington Bullets, 39-43, New Jersey Nets, 39-43, and Chicago Bulls, 30-52. Missing the playoffs were the Cleveland Cavaliers, 29-53, Indiana Pacers, 26-56, and New York Knicks, 23 wins, 59 losses. In the West, the Los Angeles Lakers led with a 62-win, 20-loss record, followed by the Houston Rockets, 51-31, Denver Nuggets, 47-35, Dallas Mavericks, 44-38, Utah Jazz, 42-40, Portland Trailblazers, 40-42, Sacramento Kings, 37-45, and San Antonio Spurs, 35-47. Missing the playoffs were the Phoenix Suns, 32-50, Los Angeles Clippers, 32-50, Seattle Supersonics, 31-51, and Golden State Warriors, 30-52. Let's jump into the season leaders and All-Star game. Leading the league in scoring, Dominique Wilkins of the Atlanta Hawks, averaging 30.3 points per game. The assist leader went to Magic Johnson of the Los Angeles Lakers, averaging 12.6 assists per game. The rebounds leader of the season, Bill Laimbeer of the Detroit Pistons, averaging 13.1 rebounds per game. Leading in steals, Alvin Robertson of the San Antonio Spurs, averaging 3.7 steals per game. The block leader went to Manute Bol of the Washington Bullets, averaging 5 blocks per game. The 36th National Basketball Association All-Star Game was played on February 9th, 1986 at Reunion Arena in Dallas. Isaiah Thomas finished with 30 points, 10 assists, and 5 steals, and wrapped up his night with the MVP in the East, 139-132 win over the West. To add to the All-Star Weekend festivities, 5'7" Spud Webb of the Atlanta Hawks wins the slam dunk competition. The first three-point contest was also held and won by Larry Bird. The Eastern Conference stars were Isaiah Thomas of the Detroit Pistons, Sidney Moncrief of the Milwaukee Bucks, Moses Malone, Julius Erving, and Maurice Cheeks of the Philadelphia 76ers, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and Robert Parrish of the Boston Celtics, Buck Williams of the New Jersey Nets, Dominique Wilkins of the Atlanta Hawks, Jeff Malone of the Washington Bullets, and Patrick Ewing of the New York Knicks, and Michael Jordan of the Chicago Bulls, who missed the game due to injury. They were coached by K.C. Jones of the Boston Celtics. The Western Conference stars Magic Johnson, James Worthy, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of the Los Angeles Lakers, Ralph Sampson of the Houston Rockets, Rolando Blackman of the Dallas Mavericks, Adrian Dantley of the Utah Jazz, Alex English of the Denver Nuggets, Clyde Drexler of the Portland Trailblazers, Hakeem Olajuwon of the Houston Rockets, Alvin Robertson and Artis Gilmore of the San Antonio Spurs, and Marquise Johnson of the Los Angeles Clippers. They were coached by Pat Riley of the Los Angeles Lakers. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Please leave a like if you are. It helps so much. We're trying to win the Rookie of the Year award here in Spa World. Also leave a comment about what you think about the video so far, anything about ball. And with that being said, let's get to our award winners. The MVP of the season went to Larry Bird of the Boston Celtics, averaging 25.8 points per game, 9.8 rebounds, and 6.8 assists per game. The Rookie of the Year went to Patrick Ewing of the New York Knicks, averaging 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 21 blocks per game. The Defensive Player of the Year and the first ever Most Improved Player of the Year went to Alvin Robertson of the San Antonio Spurs, averaging 17 points per game, 6.3 rebounds per game, and 5.5 assists per game. The Sixth Man of the Year went to Bill Walton of the Boston Celtics, averaging 7.6 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game, and 19.3 minutes per game. The Coach of the Year went to Mike Fratello of the Atlanta Hawks. Making the All-NBA First Team, Larry Bird of the Boston Celtics, averaging 25.8 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 6.8 assists per game. Dominique Wilkins of the Atlanta Hawks, averaging 30.3 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 2.6 assists per game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of the Los Angeles Lakers, averaging 23.4 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game. Isaiah Thomas of the Detroit Pistons, averaging 20.9 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 10.8 assists per game. And Magic Johnson of the Los Angeles Lakers, averaging 18.8 points, 5.8 8.9 rebounds, and 12.6 assists per game. Making the All-NBA second team, Charles Barkley of the Philadelphia 76ers, averaging 20 points, 12.8 rebounds, and 3.9 assists per game. Alex English of the Denver Nuggets, averaging 29.8 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. Hakeem Olajuwon of the Houston Rockets, averaging 23.5 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 3.4 blocks per game. Sidney Moncrief of the Milwaukee Bucks, averaging 20.2 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 4.9 assists per game. And Alvin Robinson of the San Antonio Spurs, averaging 17 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 5.5 assists per game. Making the All-NBA rookie team, Joe Dumars of the Detroit Pistons, Charles Oakley of the Chicago Bulls, Patrick Ewing of the New York Knicks, Xavier McDaniel of the Seattle Supersonics, and Karl Malone of the Utah Jazz. The NBA All-Defensive First Team, Paul Presley of the Milwaukee Bucks, Sidney Moncrief of the Milwaukee Bucks, Kevin McHale of the Boston Celtics, Mark Eaton of the Utah Jazz, and Maurice Cheeks of the Philadelphia 76ers. And making the NBA All-Defensive Second Team, Michael Cooper of the Los Angeles Lakers, Bill Hanslick of the Denver Nuggets, Manute Bol of the Washington Bullets, Alvin Robertson of the San Antonio Spurs, and Dennis Johnson of the Boston Celtics. Here we are at the most important part of the season, the playoffs. And I have something very important to ask. Just leave a comment real quick. Easy. In the Eastern Conference first round, Boston swept Chicago. Milwaukee swept New Jersey. Philadelphia eliminated Washington 3-2. And Atlanta defeated Detroit 3-1. In the Western Conference first round, the Los Angeles Lakers swept San Antonio. Houston swept Sacramento. Denver won over Portland 3-1. And Dallas defeated Utah 3-1. In the Eastern Conference semifinals, Boston eliminated Atlanta 4-1. And Milwaukee defeated Philadelphia in 7 games. In the Western Conference semifinals, the Los Angeles Lakers won over Dallas 4-2, and Houston beat Denver 4-2. In the Eastern Conference Finals, Boston swept Milwaukee 4-0 to advance to the finals. And in the Western Conference Finals, Houston defeated the Lakers 4-1 to advance to the finals. The 1986 NBA Finals was played through May 22nd to June 8th, featuring the Boston Celtics versus the Houston Rockets. This series marked the first time the NBA Finals branding was officially used, as they dropped the NBA World Championship Series branding, which had been in use since the beginning of the league. Game 1 saw the Twin Towers Ralph Sampson and Hakeem Olajuwon in foul trouble for most of the game. Despite Olajuwon's 33-point, 12-rebound game, Larry Bird led his team to a 112-100 win with a 21-point, 13-assist performance. Larry Bird's 31-point game led the way in the Boston Garden. The Celtics outscored the Rockets 34-19 in the third and cruised the rest of the way to a 117-95 win. It was Boston's 40th consecutive victory at home, regular season and playoffs combined. Now at the Summit in Houston, Texas, the Rockets found themselves down 8 points in the fourth, but were able to rally and clutch out a win behind Ralph Sampson and Hakeem Olajuwon, combining for 47 points and 30 rebounds. The Rockets took Game 3, 106-104. Game 4 was a tight game, and Boston's defense proved to make the difference, limiting the Rockets to just 1 basket made in the final 4 minutes. Kevin McHale forced 3 turnovers on Houston's final 3 possessions, and with Robert Parrish's 22-15 game, the Celtics took a 3-1 lead, winning 106-103. With 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter of Game 5, Ralph Sampson threw punches at the Celtics reserve guard, Jerry Sitching, leading to his ejection. The Rockets had control most of the game, going up as much as 25 in the second half. Hakeem Olajuwon's 32-point, 14-rebound game, as well as Robert Reed's 17 assists, powered Houston to a 111-98 win. Now back at home, the Celtics proved why they were the heavy favorites to win the series, holding Sampson to only 8 points on 4 of 12 shooting with stifling defense. Boston also thrived with big games from Kevin McHale, adding 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 blocks, as well as the Larry Bird 29-point, 11-rebound, 12-assist triple-double. The Celtics led by as much as 30 in the fourth to put away the Rockets, winning 114-97 and wrap up their season with the championship. Larry Bird took home the Finals MVP, averaging 24 points, 9.7 rebounds, 9.5 assists, and 2.7 steals per game in 6 games. Spa World, that's wraps up today's episode of NBA Wrapped. I hope you guys learned something new. If you did and you're new, hit that sub button. If you've been here before, or if you're just anybody, hit that like button right now. And if you want to keep learning ball, you can do that right there.